Smokeysteveandmarc.
I'm Mark.
I'm Steve.
Oh, and welcome to Friday Night Chit Chat.
TGIF. Anybody else?
Happy Friday, happy Friday. I am so glad it's Friday.
I know. I think for a lot of people too, if you're a 9 to 5er, that there was not 3-day weekends because of 4th of July in there, but then Juneteenth. So within the last 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, there was. I know.
And this is the full first week back into ordinary time.
Yeah, it was, and I'm all messed up, of course, because of your situation.
No, I don't know what day
I don't know
it is.
the days or anything. It's all crazy. All I do know is that it's Friday, and I'm really happy about it because it was a long week.
It was long. You had a long week because you're you guys know what the hell I've been up to. If not, check out yesterday's video. But having to do all the daily things, even though I'm sick and in the hospital, the cats need to have the litter boxes cleaned. The cats have to get fed. You have to feed yourself.
Yeah.
You have to make sure there's gas in the car to drive yourself to work, to come home to an empty house
Yeah,
with
it
just
is
two cats. So
It
there's
goes from 2 people to 1 people. Yeah, it does.
It's different.
It's yeah. And I forgot. He usually takes care of cleaning the litter boxes and feeding the cats. Actually, dinner all the time.
lunch, dinner. You usually see them in the morning.
Yeah, I don't
I
usually
love them in the morning.
do that. So I mean, I forgot.
You don't even know what kind of food they like.
I'm like, oh, well, I know he gives them what do we call them? Sampler he'll give them a little bit from each can.
Well, if I have
and
2 cans
separates
open,
them.
I
He gives
give
them a little gravy.
Each one gets half, and then Oscar gets extra gravy because he prefers to lick his food. Yet watered down pate won't make it through, so you have to get gravy lovers. And sometimes I'll mash it up with a fork a little bit. And he picks. He'll eat, leave, eat.
Yeah.
And Bandit is not above eating his food, but Oscar's not above eating Bandit's food either.
Yeah.
So it's not all that it looks maybe on the surface.
Yeah.
Big Bully won't let him have his food. Oscar just makes his move in the shadows.
Yeah,
That's
he
the only
does.
difference.
Yeah. But it's and it was. And they knew he wasn't here. I mean, they were looking for him. They missed him. But look at this. I had both kitties on my chair with me. That's a first. I've never had them both together. Never.
Barely in the same room.
I know, right?
During the day today, they were very good care. Oscar was in his bed, and Vanna was on your chair.
Mm-hmm.
All day. Didn't get up, didn't get down. We had lunch, but I mean, aside from that, the Pied Piper, they just 2 of them in trail.
Yeah.
You hear boom, 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 boom.
You do. It's so funny. You hear
I picture the furry hooves of a horse, because that's how
funny.
Well, he's a big boy.
But yeah, the first night I forgot about the boxes, and I'm in bed. I'm like, oh.
Of all the chores to have to remember to do.
I did it in the morning. I'm like, I'm not getting up and doing that. I mean, it was only a couple hours later,
They understand, I'm sure.
They do.
They still have the odd box habit. They both use both of them, but every once in a while, on a certain day, both of them will use one for number 1 and one for number 2.
It's so bizarre.
Other days, they will exclusively use one box and not the other. And they'll each have their own.
It's bizarre.
It's bizarre. Just keep it clean. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And that vacuum, the cordless one, I'm vacuuming.
It's so cool. We love it.
I wasn't back from the hospital an hour and a half before I was already vacuuming.
I'm like,
which is probably why my dumbass has to sit on an ice pack as we're talking.
Yeah, right?
I know. Today, little swollen today. Mood a bit better. It was nice to be home.
Yeah.
And I was working from home, so I had some things to do to preoccupy myself and, catch up on some dehydrating videos that I've been trying to get into.
Yeah.
Getting very into.
Yeah, but today today's the first day since you've been back that you've actually complained about it. So it seems to be a little more tender today.
It's more tender today.
Which I'm hoping means it's peeling.
Yeah.
Which usually it does.
There was a good loop. Well, I mean, coming home, you start to feel better almost already.
Yeah, coming home.
But then, first night I got home, what do we have? Pot roast? I think. He made homemade pot roast.
I did. I made pot roast and mashed potatoes.
So we had some real food, and then the next night we had real food again, maybe. Mm-hmm. And, so
homemade soup.
It's homemade soup with lots of garlic in it.
Yeah.
A lot of ginger, things that are supposed to eat nasty things.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Trying to manage with diet on that end. Though antibiotics, I have to say, give me that bit of the, you don't have much notice to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
kind of.
Antibiotics are awful, I know. So, especially here on the heavy duty ones.
I know, but I have a bunch of yogurt, so I'm just going to work yogurt in once or twice a day as we go. And we'll see.
And then last night we had Uber Eats. We did it last night.
No, we got DoorDash.
Oh, DoorDash.
Yeah. Uber Eats didn't have any sales. So I went on the DoorDash app and started hunting through, and I put something in a box and then ignored it for 20 minutes, and they came back with
it was like 30%, wasn't it?
It was 10 off 30?
No,
20 off 30. It was something like that.
It was good.
We ended up with $20 off. It was a good deal.
It was.
And we got from Little Pizza Heaven, which one of our first date,
one of our very first dates. Yeah.
We went to Little Pizza Heaven.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
It's a cute little place.
From the side, okay, it's got a theme of like heaven.
It's like Italian heaven,
like the Sistine Chapel finger kind of thing.
There, and like the painted brick walls that are like broken.
And when you pull up, it's like very unassuming in a little, relatively abandoned strip mall, kind of outside of a suburb. Yeah, it seems like
it used to be a.
You'd walk right past it, and you would think even the food's probably not that good. It's very good.
Oh no, it's good.
They do good business
too.
And we got I didn't realize I got a pizza. It said 18-inch. I didn't think too much about that. It was huge.
It was so big.
Have you ever been to Lorenzo's in Philly and you've seen the big slices?
That size. Yep.
They were always $2 too. They got me through college. Soft pretzels and Lorenzo's pizza.
Yeah.
Otherwise I wouldn't have eaten.
Yeah.
But they were huge slices. I had an eggplant sandwich, which was very good. You had stuffed shells.
I had stuffed shells. Very good.
Stuffed shells are very good too.
And then pizza.
And we have tons of leftovers.
We do, so we're gonna have that tonight again, you know. But yeah, you were, but that whole time, as you know, I did some videos while you were in the hospital, you know, just to kind of keep updated.
I posted them.
And everybody was so nice. Thank you. I haven't seen you since Mondays with Mark, but I also wanted to thank you for all of your like well wishes, like not only for Steven but for me too. It was. I don't even know what it was comforting. It was. It felt good. It just, I don't know. It made it much better. I really, really appreciate it. So I do.
Yeah.
It was really nice. And I know the funny thing is the hospital that he was in, literally a block down the street. Like we could see it from the window.
Yeah.
So at night I would go down like probably my last cigarette of the night, I think. Yeah, it was late, so it would be my last cigarette of the night. I would take a walk down, and I would look up, and I'd say, "Go to your window," and that was his window, and he would look out, and we would say hello, and have kind of a cigarette together. I mean, I had a cigarette, he watched.
I went out the window. Well, luckily from the vaping and the cutting back and stuff, I didn't even have a nicotine patch. I was in there all that time.
Yeah, I know.
Now, if I was I was preoccupied with incompetence and pain, so I didn't really think of smoking too much.
Yeah.
But I would have been hell bent. I would have left AMA and come back right through the ER with my IV pole. But it wasn't that urgent-ish. But yeah, I remember looking out the window and it was like what did it remind me of? Say Anything, the movie with the boombox.
Oh,
that flashed through my head while this was happening.
How cool! But you're doing okay though.
Far better.
Good.
Far better.
Good.
So, and thank you all for your ongoing concern. It's much appreciated.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, your video was good yesterday.
Had a lot of views beyond what I thought it would get.
Yeah, you did.
In my head, videos that are exclusively this or that, only certain people watch.
I know, I think that too, but I don't know. Like our popular, like this one, Friday Night Chit Chat, tends to be pretty popular, and I always thought like people didn't like them. You know, I don't know, just us talking to you or talking to each other. Yeah. But I have to remember too that I like watching chit chats too. So. But like, why would it's like that with shopping hauls?
Oh, I love the shopping hauls.
I know, I love watching shopping hauls.
Or home cooking. You know, somebody who has a really slick kitchen and a nice setup and a $4,000 camera.
Yeah,
but I love Danny Fee.
Yeah, right.
It was low budget, all personality.
Yeah, I like my favorite. I like the amateur videos by far more than I watch some of the more professional ones too, but I do like the amateur ones. You know.
Yeah.
So like us.
Of course.
But oh my gosh, y'all, the weather. I like, if this is up late, I had decided to go out. Like I worked late. Well, no, I didn't work late, but I did get home after 5, you know, and a lot of times I'll be home by 4. So anyway, and y'all know, if you've been watching, y'all know I've been having a very bad relationship with the weather for like weeks now, you know. I mean, there was a Mondays with Mark we did, well, you know. in the rain.
the
Every
rain,
time
I
I
remember.
go out, like last night, I got home from work. I'm like, okay, I edited his video, which was very quick. It's not
Yeah,
a lot
like
of bells and whistles to a video like this or just a talking video.
Mhm.
And as long as I can get out to the garden, like, around 8, I have a good hour out there. I walked outside, set everything out, got ready, and it rained.
Mhm.
If I can tell you the number of times that happened, in the last couple weeks, so today I got home and I went out first. He went to run to the gas station or something when I got home. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the garden first. And I did.
Mhm.
I got a lot done and then came back in.
And
So, but I'll tell you, it has been hotter than Hades.
Hotter than 80s, and I was just saying, we were just outside on the porch. These cloud tops are huge.
They are.
I feel like I'm looking at the top of Mount Everest and big white into the blue sky.
Yeah.
But we're getting these insane thunderstorms that are very, very small. Like, we had a severe thunderstorm warning here for our county. It was so specific, they're like, it's over Dixon City.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was 4 miles away and it wasn't even raining here.
Oh, and bad, limbs down. Yesterday, that happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a text saying thunderstorm warning, and I look outside, it's starting to get dark, and so I'm wrapping things up at work. I go to leave, crash! And
Like the sky opens.
it opened up. I mean, it was crazy.
And
the electric
windy.
went out.
I was out with the
windy.
neighbor on the porch, and she's like, I've never had that much shit get wet. I've
Yeah.
had this stuff out here for years.
Oh yeah, it's
But it was,
crazy.
it was wild. It was
And then I'm like, oh, and then I went out to the car and I looked up and I was like, it was so, in person, y'all, it was literally breathtaking. It was so vibrant. The picture really doesn't do it well. I took a little video too. I think I might do a short out of it. But I don't think it captured it. Like,
No rainbows look good on film.
It was like the most. It was like one of those moments where you're like, it was really, really cool. It was beautiful. It was so nice, you know.
It's been so hot that pretty much any day there's a chance of it. Every day between, let's say, 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, after a day of crystal clear blue skies, maybe even, we'll have severe thunderstorm warning out of nowhere. Sky opens, and then if it's hot again, it dries.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cool it down.
No.
When it rains, it steams
It just
back
steams.
up.
Oh yeah, it's so
It's muggy. Try to
It's
sleep.
crazy. I mean, it seemed like it got so hot so fast. I mean, it's in the 90s. Like, I mean, it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
And then now it's pretty muggy too. But I mean, I remember in the winter saying, "Oh, it's so cold. I can't wait for summer."
Not me.
And now it's summer. I'm like, "Oh, I wish it was winter." Oh my gosh.
Hot chocolate,
If even for
and
like
cozy fires,
one day, just one day, could we have snow or something? I think we might be able to. We might be able to do that, though.
I don't know.
Those of you who know,
No.
It's coming, y'all. It's coming.
It is, isn't it? It is. Yeah. Well, Christmas makes people happy, and people should do what they want to be happy.
No, it does.
Not have anyone piss on it. So,
Well, you know what though? I'm glad we're getting back to like regular content. When things like we've just had so much stuff happen in the last year. I feel like it throws it off balance a little bit. Like,
what is it? Make plans and God laughs.
Yeah, right. So we have some fun stuff coming up, and I'm really happy to get back to it. When I did Mondays with Mark this week, it was like old school Mondays with Mark. We did some stuff in it, and it was fun, and it was really nice. It's one of those things that I personally do to deal with things like that I'm dealing with, like for my mental health and stuff like that. Like gardening is one of them. Doing projects is another. Like doing videos too.
Yeah.
I can really get into that, and it takes my mind off of things and makes me feel a little better.
Cooking
So it
too,
was-
thankfully.
Cooking, yeah. It was nice. It was nice to do that. So I'm hoping to get back to that. I know you were only in for like 4 or 5 days, but it feels like longer. I don't know why.
Weren't we just having Thai food on my birthday?
I know.
And then next thing you know, we were. As soon as I got home, I threw the Thai food out. Well, it was old, I guess. Did you
Yeah.
like it, by the way? I never got to ask you the next day.
I liked
think.
it. Thai food's not my favorite, but I did like it.
I think I got you, what, drunken noodles?
You got me drunken noodles and fried rice.
And the fried rice.
And the fried rice tastes different than Chinese fried rice does.
Yeah.
But it was still good. Oh, yeah, it was very good. But it's not my favorite food. It's
You
not.
wouldn't pick it out. I got red curry vegetables.
See, I
So
don't
good.
like curry at all.
I like Thai curries and I like Chinese curries. I don't like really Indian curries. very
No, I
much.
mean,
Or-
I would eat Thai
Or
curry
Caribbean
over
curry that has like some heavy on the cinnamon. Like,
cinnamon and that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those spices.
though I like jerk, and jerk has a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, you
So
do.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm anxious to try some different stuff, though. I'm trying to loosen up a little bit. I'm so rigid with the way I eat.
Well, we didn't have it on Steve. We'll try it.
Uh-huh.
I will introduce you to a new food.
Oh,
And you will see Steve try to make Mark eat it.
I wish I had to say it like so everyone here, so that now we have to do it.
Fill the whole comment section.
Oh, have Mark try this. Oh, I'm so because and being a chef, I know I'm a chef, but I'm pretty strict with what I eat, and I don't. I know I'm the person
No.
that says I don't like it when I've never tried it. I'm that guy. I know.
I'm always so curious. I know. I mean, I have a fickle stomach, and certainly my own idiosyncrasies. But when I say to someone, "Oh, here, you want to give this a try?" and they're like, "No," I'm like, "What do you think's gonna happen if you don't like the taste of it?
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna explode?
Yeah.
Like, you spit it out if you have to be a dick about it. But like, just try
Just try it.
something
Yeah.
different.
I've been trying to loosen
surprise
up a
yourself.
little. I have been.
Oh, I wouldn't have even ordered Thai food or suggested it.
Like,
You know,
a while back.
back.
I know, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the closest thing we did to ethnic was pizza.
Pizza.
Probably.
Chinese from the Chinese takeout.
It's like for every time we order anything else, we get Italian 5 times. And then we order something different, and then we get Italian 4 times, and then we get something else.
Yeah, I always eat Italian.
Yeah.
Definitely.
My idea of a good meal, there's a few versions of it, but Italian is one of them. Like meatballs and sauce, or like lasagna. My idea of like a good, satisfying meal is often an Italian meal.
Yeah, I have to make vegetable lasagna again. I haven't
that was
done that
good.
in a long time.
I know. When's the last time you made lasagna?
I don't even. Well, I made lasagna. We have some sucked dry. In
We
the
do.
Freezer.
We have some vacuum sealed in the freezer.
Yeah.
We got that big Thanksgiving.
Oh
one
no,
instead
that
of
was
a
a
turkey.
stove. That was the frozen one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of a turkey, we end up getting that. Well, we have 2 of us, 1 freezer. Who
Yeah.
eats lasagna for 20?
The big family size lasagna.
So I cooked
yeah.
off the whole thing, which takes an hour and a half.
in the oven. Isn't that crazy? You would think it would
Craziness.
burn first, but it doesn't.
No, it comes out fine. And then once it got cold and I was able to slice it without it being runny, just lopped off a chunk of it, sealed it, and put it back in the. And we could just snip a corner off, nuke it, and
Yeah. I don't
or
know.
defrost it in the fridge. wrapped.
Vegetable lasagna? Probably years. I don't even know. But I like it. I make it like chunky, like,
Yeah.
like.
And you use
pie
like a
and-
red sauce with it.
Mhm. I do one with the
vegetables.
red and I do one with the blush.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the kind of in between, like the red
Yeah.
sauce with it. I
I think
like
a lot of
that.
people are used to veggie lasagna like Stovers, where it's like a white
Like
sauce.
a white sauce or a cream sauce of some sort, yeah.
Yeah, but
and
you
I like that too.
But
Yeah.
I didn't start eating green vegetables and anything marinara related until you started cooking.
Mm-hmm.
It was just not, I don't know, I just didn't like them. It just didn't sound like anything I'd want to eat.
But you tried it.
I tried it.
Which is
Broaden your
good.
horizons.
Yes, you
I remember the
did.
first time I had goat. You know, it was a very different experience. And
Goat is nasty.
I
I
can-
did try goat.
I was
and
gonna say,
it's,
once you try it, you can have an informed opinion
Mhm.
about how disgusting
It was in
something
it.
is.
African place, I believe, where I
Mhm.
was at.
I was in St. Lucia, and the people that owned the banana plantation had us over
Oh,
for dinner. And
yeah.
they made jerk, goat, curried something else. The family we were staying with were like Afro-Caribbean, kind of, with some Indian influence. So
Mhm.
there was actually curry made its way onto the table, too. Sliced breadfruit, which is... we got a breadfruit once. We were supposed to bake it. And we did, and it was a waste of energy, and it was a waste of time.
I didn't like it. It smelled like bread.
It smelled like bread. It was a novelty, but I
I
wasn't.
didn't care for it.
No.
But I did try that. I don't like anything gamey like that. I mean, it really has to be prepared.
Did you grow up with a hunter in the family?
I did. We had venison, but I hated it.
My dad's coworkers,
Hated it.
when I was younger, hunted. You know, my dad was never that guy. He just, I don't think he could be bothered. And they would give him it all comes at once. So
Yeah.
they
Oh,
would
yeah.
have like a totally butcher deer and get 5 pounds of deer meat
down in the freezer, just
and then ribs and
deer.
roasts, and it's all wrapped up in the white butcher's paper.
And I just don't care for it.
Mom used to make Bambi casserole, is what it was called. Bambi.
Oh God, when I had that for the first time,
my brother served it at Thanksgiving.
Bambi casserole.
No, Christmas. Excuse me.
Christmas, and I was.
It was a venison
Mortified.
meat sauce made with like baked ziti, pretty much type of thing. I had venison as a
It's not
kid.
my thing.
The only time I had it good was I had a friend whose father was a hunter and had like wild game, boar sausage, and all sorts of stuff. And if you get every lick of fat off a piece of venison and a good marinade, it's good.
I would imagine, yeah.
I had it once in a restaurant, which is interesting because we don't have like deer.
No.
We don't have deer farms.
You're not
We don't
allowed
have-
to serve it actually in Pennsylvania. I don't know if that's a countrywide. I don't know, but it's not permitted.
Yeah,
You know,
It was tough
you have
with-
to have special
something or
special
imported because I mean,
licensing.
like people eat horse, you know, in some parts of the world.
I would like to try bear meat. I would like to try that.
You would like it. I had bear sausage.
Okay.
Bear can be a little greasy. That's all that I was told. But I mean, it was good.
I am curious about how that would taste, and I've never had ostrich meat yet either.
No.
I am curious.
I
about
never had an
those.
emu steak.
Oh, I heard.
I was
about
always
that.
such a
never had
poser.
that.
You thought I would have had one by now, but it never came up. I only ever saw them at the zoo. They're mean as shit too.
Aren't they?
Those big birds. The closest thing we have to dinosaurs, and they come flying right at
Oh
you.
yeah, and you go through like the one that's like where you drive through and you
And they
see
stick their head in the car
right
windows.
inside the car, like oh.
So for the weekend, I'm happy to say we don't have much coming up. At least I don't. Tomorrow we have Foodie Beauty.
Yes, we'll be
And
back
then
on track with
Sun-
her.
And Sunday we're going to the theater.
We are y'all.
We're double dating with my parents to go see Rent.
Yes.
So
Oh, that's my favorite. I'd say it's my top 5 favorite musicals.
I've
I
seen it.
love that.
They
I
should-
love the music.
I should revoke my gay card. I never saw Rent.
I know Rent.
Well,
you
good.
know.
Maybe they'll let me back in the club now if I go. The music, of course, I know. I've been to 1,000 choir concerts with 525,000 and
1,600 minutes. How do you measure a life? I really do. Yeah, I love the music, and I saw it a couple times, and I'm anxious to see it. But it's been years and years and years.
Yeah.
So we're going down to It's right downtown.
It's downtown. It's local.
And we got tickets, and we're going with your parents. I think you said that. So it'll be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
we won't be live on Sunday. It actually starts at 6.
Yeah, it starts right at the same time.
The musical starts at 6, so we won't be live this Sunday. But we'll make it up in the middle of the week or something next week. But we'll report back definitely. Maybe on Mondays with Mark. I don't know if you're allowed cameras in there now. I'm not sure. But if we are, I'll take a couple pictures. So that's it's fun because we don't really do a lot. I thought it would be nice to maybe go see something like that. It's kind of like a cross between a concert, a Broadway musical, and like all in one. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And the theater's not large, so it's intimate. You'll be able to see.
I've never been in the theater where this is happening before. So
Yeah, I haven't
I'm
either.
curious.
I
It's
haven't
in
either.
the Steamtown Mall complex down there, which they've been trying to revamp for 30 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, right downtown, we can take a stroll.
I'm excited. We haven't done anything like that in a long time.
And I
so
think
it'll
it's
be
people who travel. It's a traveling crew.
fun. I would imagine.
Or is it
the people
locals?
who
I don't know.
host it is the Scranton Shakespeare Festival. They're the ones that are hosting it. They do that. I mean, they have other shows too. But they do Shakespeare, of course, as well. They do like Shakespeare in the Park. They do it there in their theater there. But then they bring in troops that do other musicals like Rent.
Yeah.
So I am anxious to see if it's like a national tour or if it's a local company or something. I don't know.
It's fun either way because then you'd be like, oh, look how talented. Maybe I'll see them again sometime.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, talented. I'll see at Retner's.
Yeah, right,
You
yeah.
know?
If it's a local thing,
If it's local
I think
talent.
it's a professional troupe, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's what we got going on with
Yeah.
that.
And then I'll be with you on Mondays with Mark again. And I guess that's about it.
That's about
Oh my gosh, I feel like we've been talking your ear off. I haven't been watching the
We
time.
have.
I'm sorry. All right, well,
So-
let's bring this plane in for a landing.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being part of our week this week,
Yeah.
it definitely took the edge off, and it was nice to have support. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please do subscribe, notification bell, get alerts when we have new videos and go live. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All that's in the description down below. Thank you, and I will catch up with you tomorrow for One Miss Foodie Beauty.
Oh yes, we can hardly wait. Well, I can hardly wait. Not.
Yeah, I'm lactating.
Right. And I am very behind on emails and instant messages, but my goal is to get all caught up this weekend. Okay, I promise. Thanks again, everybody. You have a fantastic weekend. Always stay positive, and we'll see you next time. Bye, buddy.
Oh, get that.
I'll get that for you.